sunti minketio da onuna osha edina okanswa ebemu minketio yesunti minketio da minketio yesunti minketio da minketio yesunti minketio da onuna osha edina okanswa ebemu.
Station rules the nation.
FM 93.3. I sit down
Yakofa Gudiamun, Seminole Himba Kwame Nyamene, Tony Montana, Ena, Ede, Ebre, Asabe Transibio, or Kessben, Maakye Media, so 93.3FM, Kessben TV Plus, or Facebook Live, or Kessben FM with me. I join our game channel about 0551599933, 0551599933. So, my main count say Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwife Association strike on Macon last week, they are escalating it. Just last week, the omga so monye outpatient department OPD obi a oba ya sabia sa kofie no oba omatu obi a na afi so omo hwe emergency cases bia ne omo da ayasabia honana no omo hwe na no pay no omo so omo edibi ka obenya bre na e no omo di nkomo okay say National Labour Commission so dia ba say strike na omakro no emfa mara kwan so enu nti omo sa nkoye adwuma na omo koje amanfo so enkwa no permit no excavator. Amampene His Excellency John Dramani Mama directive for the aba say ye ma otumi krata wontumi nkofa excavator magana if say excavators wo Ghana no tie nya chese doso krata Africa nyina de ke how did you take that news say excavators wo Ghana no doso chen
Africa nyina and that is Ghana kitwe you yeah Ghana kitwe excavators wo hanom doso singa and it should tell you Enyema amount for the excavator no eye no ye memu ha
na de se gunsuo so a eba no no kra
na no kuma yesi de gu anwa obefa ba bia because kara no gold na se wo ba bia
enyewa de omo che se de ye to kra no 20%.
Enyewa wa se bibie ni obi nuwa na duane omo ka che so ngukuru ne report no muntu
sa
video no wo ho
ba bi esie na ono aduane
no onye ne ko tamo free ho na omuntu
because ga ayi wo ho
gold wo ho they say schools mu ye didi schools and say a friend saying a fiase ya hwe ya wafa de besinye nti ye ko a woti han ma woti ho penten ko a wo han wani wo kon huntin a wo kasa no ye nte ye kora amanfo e de asan asinsusu a omode ba na omampani directives or the aba say enei so woni permitter Memphis excavator ne mano I think say it's the way to go but enkoye sabio ekutia afabi na afabi afamu
I say ebeye na ya bra manfo no na obi so anya kwan e de omo de eba
ebra ye mra mu bia
say galamsey fight no your problem pa no say ye bra manfo no ni ama omo so omo baba mu no omo so nkrofo anya kwan e dey
yeah ken there were a lot of reports yeah it just say sebi seemingly omo ya affiliated to the opposition party no womo na ye ko omo to odu ho no ma na oye ni party ni ana so you affiliated to the party ana oye
sympathizer ma kwai e de twem no banko ye dwuma na mo peska mora party
no and yes ya hypocrisy no emfa ye nkodu ba bia ti ye pass ye bra excavators no ye bra ye mra totally enya asumasi wo me party man aso benti wo party mu enti me man kwan MPP pre bi si ye NDC bre e bi si so let's fight it ni nyina ho hare ye ye ka ka o se ya hwe ye a ensu ya benom kura ho be ye de o wofa ensu ya ye benom ho be ye din e de amayen se be ensu na ya nom in 2030 se nipa na se ye am mpayifo a ye de o madua ya no anhwe ankasa asem ya insu ebenum ho be yede
so mo bit me import o mo de na aka ye right I mean come on so na ye ne Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association nurse for nkabo muko asantema ntebo PR Hana Yakubu ni nkomo omo strike no ya te se afidi omo bayirum pa say neko Arna good morning
sir
but how ye there
Kachoboko na muzo mo ye
ye ho ye ne mum ye ho nye se some maya sabia no abehwe na menom di ye ma menom ne enua ma no apemfo ne ade o moko nyina no obi nyom se mo strike no di mo mfa mawie
Paso mi da se me fa kwanya bis na machia o chiefo nyina e paso da bi ye no de nyama because ye din kan akache mo se mumuza aban se e de na obeso ye mayen ya ka de yesi ye so on sai kratara ono eni nwiri na tra se gitu mu no on fanya adwuma on san on fanya adwuma enti wo de ye adwuma ye be ye adwuma no
ba some National Labour Commission say ono mo akasa ma strike no eni nyina so bia ti mo nko adwuma eno so e
say yes ya chere say yes onya ina so because ye kono ye bo mama ne we gave them proud notice for 7 days and send a strike no. And they were supposed to have intervened. 3 days, let's say come intervene. And almost well intervene. Never saw what man. Aha, e die e di mra so pepepe.
Ba penise ye nyina kan mu tutum krane. Di ni me se wo striker untumi nye negotiation. Untumi ne abai negotiate. This am call off strike no. They say better na the person money about Kenya, must say about say ombra, na non fan sansa say na mo hwe modality sa we ha ma ye dwuma no what my bra mo strike.
That's what me da say. Entina me say I say ye ya to say asem no.
Chirimu.
Who's a employer no led by the Minister of Health no. Or can be no am na ye say I say negotiation. If I show ye any negotiation na ye. There be asem no mo ya dane no. And your negotiation, and yet the negotiation, you know, not tomorrow. What's saying, and then you say, show good work, let's sign, say, when I will implement it. You know what's say, you know.
So far, Health Minister didn't catch them all.
And then I'm sick of being Musano. You said, dear person, a dear of us catching a dear of us worker. Because I can't be so one yet. A dear of us worker, almost over the negotiation. Mupa, you say any other labor you say. Say negotiation, we are since I know it. What's our quite check at the time? Was I'm not negotiating for. I'm now implementing and what the Musa will be Mufrenia deliver you know Musom. Say Dipman as a default.
Did you say, and then what are you doing? And they say, dear Namoye.
And then you say, you know, almost night, Usana, you didn't get a phone with Papa. And you may incorporate in that traffic, Debbie. Or much a month for Copum. Monday night, started protest, no. Other permit summary. Now, I would say, Abanu one woman, other and then your more word, Yajo Mato, Shumino. Says, yeah, next winning now, so Eddie Munadia, a good form. It is your course to Uncle Munas in the middle of the Hey, this are by no assign. As I know a friend, implementation of simple.
Ma Yakubu, the okay, there are other nurses unions, and that's one cabum could be over there. I want to yadrin or more quaduma. Didn't know the Omatia say ye Jumana, more dear, baby, Wujana, Jana Wujana.
Because I made say, and then I mean, I was set your bomber dinner, yeah, condemn that act. na you say makwan yes say makwan ma sabi politicians
and say on corner will be kwadwuma na yen condemn
that is it because you makwan politicians and as employer at the next midwifery no professional at the diago say ya e be wi abahanti minumi na de be baba dan na baba hanti nyina ade jira e kasa aban no say ono aje tumi say wo share say some no musa minister say o share say some e di atempa na wo kasa obi dada wo so dada enne echina wono we ya tie chomponi na ka ya ntu atia except on VN. It is off on one. The patrol, what you say? And you know where you might think, say, the only engineer says, so the mobile Edma. Says, you won't go no more for me now, Debbie. Professional, you will be a very politics, and only now you coffee. Only now you coffee.
Oh, my can't as his own coffee. Oh, Mokom coffee. Only that's in a house or Mona. Said the new Gomma could yes, and you know, multi take a time. No could be any patrol. Enti eba yi yenim se na woka National Labour Commission for abem health minister ono amu wotimi na afremo se mo panifo mbra na mo ntra senka bibi
me da se pa o se de bia na me ka se nipa ben wa wo be nipa hu so fa so otwe hu anu hu so fa so ye bona prum so me ko meet you haba anna na se na wo fa ye dia go sei afedi also wo fa enda me say fena wo fa ya jetu say ye beba na mo ba ye beba no on say kata na kire say ampa mia na me mu yes that say ye no enti no na implement na mo na me hwe modalities a ye de be implementation no ene ne ye so wonye also good well so ka say onye be negotiate na so wan so na adwene a ene ye so the same thing as ye be maintain.
Let's say money ready for new negotiation. Nemo mo pese dada no amaka no. Eno na minister amfa sanshase. Is that right?
Me just pepe asem no ano. Asem no.
Ba se bia ade bo hwa yitimi chichire do to ho. Ba eche ye kotrase un se da bi. De chichire ye de antwe ye ti bia ye sansesem. Etimi basa.
Aha, but me da se. E je se basa na. The party involved should agree to that. So one just you think that also some anasa then also no in our condition 7 it says 1 year after the implementation and I bet this process number it is we implement it and that's system but what here it is customer here can say always say other professional with the it is the same say this is because the nurse and midwife in China and dinner what say month for say or don't be juma and the process in natural say why litigation measures are although my juma. It is a Mukasan General and Sadia. One Luna Casano, Sabi, employing an emperor money, and yes for the midwife for. Yeah.
Yakubu.
Opening
Yame emphasis Sakama Kuma. Why? And I'm only I have for Kakra. Na Udia Mozo Munka Jab, I said, Muke, say, why a Kakra? Tika mo badwuma akra no ma ba won na se bia next time bia de obi aka yenti so because mo escalate no say de na mo ye ya enye papa ye da ma se mo so mo ka jiro mo say do mo ke do mo ka boni o mo ka se fa ye dwuma pempempem o mo so sign na so good well na ye no nto aso asem na no no okay aku ya da se pie no bro nya bia no pay Yakubu Haruna ono na APR ema Ghana Registered Nurses Midwives Association wo Ashanti region ha wono ena ene ne kodi nkomo efa omotuate ye chese omonko adwuma o chese last week na se na mekan no na eye OPD outpatient department for ena no mo home titu wo ya da ya paso dada dia ombehwew but ene de onso mo withdraw ni na other nurses union so de omonso ekwa adwuma problem mo say Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives omo do so the aka na ye sprinter groups a ebebae ti omo no so sa eti we omo ne do so pa ya so omo no de ende ya hwe ne ankan yi a na che se de ahokyere na ebre Ghana for ba ye bekwa akohwe na ye ne the labor experts so edi ho enkom ne abusa om say baby edugo National Labour Commission say they should call off the strike. National Labour Commission ka say strike a ko no famra kwa so ja na wanya ya I want to be the high court. Na high court issue order semo strike no famara kwa so ntimo nko adwuma order ne ba na mo amfa anya adwuma de a ene contempt ebechi leaders on the kuna no ne mo amonso mo mfa anya adwuma nti ebehwe de ne ebekwa akosie na ye di eno enso ehonkom okay
order about High Court, a friend say, Accra.
I got a issue order. No,
I would issue order and say Omonko, but I'm so Monty.
Omonte.
I'm so Monty.
Sir,
Omonte.
I mean, I to work as Monte.
I sign our mock as Monty. According to Papa and Nedin Comey, just will be answered.
Omonpello, you be known to Onfo.
Inti.
So we are telling from Mempe. What is?
Because
it does not necessarily say I'll say best say on you. Once you hear say a court issue order say a TBI
they all horror whatever it is no say abine the bishop on your munshia now my house abine na soft stance say mudia mumra whatever is there say they can say assembly besi ho biano table ho ne ka no say bi yenko ka no ba bia this is sinkonya na yakasem to say mo continuous service no say my yewie aban age atum obesan say etesen aban se mo de mumra na yentrase na yenni ehun komo ena ye pa bo mo echo say nkayete say essential service kware nkomo nko strike o and so the omo eche ne say asaban mu won because omo djuma no mo ye no aban mu won nti omo twom ho ma aban hu say omo hia so mo atwe kakra esro mo omo de omo emra na omo nhia ban se nkase omo nko we no kro omo nhia the authorities involved no na omo ntrase then discuss the issue na yemmo bia ho ento so omo ka wie na still aban no baby ogina na afi de mbetuma na mo a na afi no so omo mbe back no back mo hu kwan am befa so a omo beka ba se no aban so ohwe mo kra wo hu mo enti ebede ne yakasem na che se eya se de ompese mo ya na mo yo so makọ akọpẹ aban atoto mu ase anase wa famo enyina yi by say no aba bonte aka say come let's meet, let's talk about the issue. So why don't you go montrase na monka issue no na afi emfiri honom na nkoye say ebia mo de adwempo bi ahye motemu a kwa na mo mpese mo beko se ba ne sa eno ebeboa ema ehaw na wo no atimi efiri ho
right everybody see na the other unions also be inkomo na ya had the situation on the ground say Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwife Association indeed are they on strike now because court order naba na mo trust strike no so they are any a contempt of courts only abai betimi enya asem court asem so they o say ekoho dia edu sa level no dia na ayasem kese it's a court order naba pe also strike no but the baby that's what National Labor Commission does. So musa will strike no famra kwan so a okasa mon call off man called off they go to court and get the court order normally are the ex party or mo kwa yemfro to ko hwa na o makoka o masem na court na giatum no amo mo kwan se yen kan kire mo se mo mra djuma ti mo amade a na eno so akoye asefro e mo de se sabe ka o mo mpanifo no na yebusa o mo se court issue order se o mo call off strike no mo kwa djuma nurse fo no kwa djuma e no mo koye dia o mo hweye na yetie se yampa se court order na aba no o mo de be ye djuma ana se omo emfa enye adwuma for adwen kire ebra 0551 599 933 0551 599 933 so na the work can be so ma yenten kwa the barrels importation of excavators and also abani abreho a ekoba yebedi eno so ho nkomo na etie de amampani akan ekwane efa so a ebetimi enso aye adwuma. Union of Professional and Midwives Nurses and Midwives Ghana omo chese omo de omo kwadwuma nti Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives no omo nkom ho. Daniel Wuni, Upper West Deputy Regional Secretary wa so awone otemenka me ma channel pay
Mejo so pa over
na mpo me de
na me adom na mo se
mu ko ni din pa ande say
ye quality the Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives Ghana.
Okay, Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives Ghana.
Midwives Ghana. You're trying to join the UPNMC.
Okay. Can any the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association ani ni momo de bada be?
Yeah, the end by 5 years in here.
I see.
Oko nationwide, we have a membership for around 36,000.
Wow.
Yes. And Upper West right now, I want to we have membership of 1,200 Ghana cedis.
1,200. 1,200 Ghana cedis. Okay. Aune. When you are more other cool Ghana resident nurses almost on the strike. I don't know the Monco strike be.
Yo, Madam say, na Madam say, Mama, Yakwanya say, yes, so Yamrana, Yanka side of the story. Na Nina say, you could share minister no. Anna Yanini Dean Como for a condition of service, a brand implemented. And the minister no schedule another meeting, say young corner day, Jan Samra. And the all the unions, you have 5 unions in nursing and midwifery group, NABG, GMB, Anna Pampine, Anna GRMB, Anna UPNMG. Edgy to Musa, young court, near Kankacha members, and they say, Yakosia man paying no. Say, and they say, no, dear to your name. And the Omadre almost say. Nti omuso input on the bano na ebe shaman payina say in case of failure obey implemented the condition of service then we now launch our roadmap for the strike. Nti obeje dey say we say meeting no ya hu ba bia Jeremy for fire ya ti ya ne so ma declare strike.
I see.
And I say what declare strike? At the day na ya say ya communicate back to members, and if the members agreed on and sign ya declare strike. Now somebody declares strike here. Then without our notice, then we want to make the thing say, the minister. Say still not always stay for the second time. Then we now declare the strike.
Okay.
It is hard dear. You bet you now can say we shouldn't be influenced by politicians.
Yeah.
But I be say Jeremy for say 2022, 2024 now Oman call for bargaining of condition of service now. With the reason said the government doesn't have money, no. Did we accuse them of being influenced by the government?
Or say 2023, 24.
2022, 2024. Jeremy call for negotiation of condition of service.
I see.
With the reason say the government doesn't have money.
I buy Niska.
Yes.
There's a move I buy mobile. Time.
Swat here. It is a buy for Fraba. That's what yes, now. Let's give you that benefit of the doubt. Then we now go on with the strike. Now you declare the strike unilaterally. And this condition of service went to court because more negotiation. You didn't even involve Psychiatry Association of Ghana, Pampaifono, Amekao. So they even took you to court, and then through the court, more awarded penalty for you to pay for the Psychiatry Association an amount of 1 billion old Ghana cedis. Which means that I want to set it as an example. Say we should do all inclusive union work to help the nurses and midwife our condition of service in the nursing fraternity. But Omayo said they don't recognize anybody. Na say me no na ye bo brai. Na say brand bumi say me can be now call strike na me say kwa. Me pa cha no so ye kwa bonti ko accuse me wrongly.
I see.
So the minister no. If the third time he failed us, then we now take the action with that one. Obi to me ma bonte me can say nurse for the midwife we. Adie answer any. But say put to pronia committee ya tias yes ye be say. Now move at once. You be a meeting now. You know tell you wait and declare the strike. That's why we the Union of Professionals and Midwife Ghana. You see the you know. Strike, you know.
As they say, so far hospitals that to say because him say said okay mobile actually, but registered nurse and midwives almost do so chemo. Health care hospitals will be a more no say the hot here.
Yeah, I see a kind of great pressure there. We members for so. And we have to say Minister Regional Hospital, Upper West Regional Hospital. Oko ward, one year crabanya nurse pay 2 and 3 or more duty or more year to my honum. And a municipal hospital no so but over there be an impact in the war plan no big hospitals now and the regions no but say all health centers polyclinic and additional hospitals are the union members are there or more year to my kama even teaching hospitals they are there but their numbers are not other because already 65 years and they have majority of nurses and midwife in their union.
It is say minister de na waka sempa semsa na hia mpre de toso mienu no minister no wadi nkobo fabra obetim no mo hia wo ho
only akodi enhia mu no na there were some part of the condition of service not how to implement it no another issue. It was a fine most renew PMA members how is it going to be done Must say Yentia understaff allowances. How is it going to be done? So the next meeting would have gone into that extent. Now, those things can be implemented without challenges. Offer Obaje they say must Yentia 13th month allowance. How many hospitals in Ghana here? And a better generate internal money, say you nurses and midwife, 13th month allowance. So all these things should have taken into consideration. If possible, you have to control an accountant general system. So the government will pay straight from the control and accountant general, not internal generated fund. Because they can generate that money and pay. You have to be our Debra camp. No, yeah, how many revenue no generate or what? Nurses for more better generated 13th month allowance. So these are some of the hitches are now a person is here. Now you have quite a so about boy in the yes, we are not against the condition of service, but how the strike were declared and how they are managing the issue is what the Union of Professionals and Midwife Ghana. Yes, see, because you can say, Adia some procedure before the implementing. Near China member a patient that word no move. If I saw a pan a free so. Make I Thursday. Mami bi ano onyam na yi wo waka na waba hospital sen kanya Union of Professionals Midwife Ghana na yo duty a ka mami na ba nyina no nko mo hwere omo enti ye besre Jeremy, we are not against the condition of service but we be pass it to the right channel na ye hwe ye patient sebi omuni ho a ye ni ho sebi so bi anya na meda hospital a ye nya adwuma nye ye ntwe ka bosome enti sankofo na ese sebi ye jiro mo kakra na ka ye ma government no the grace period no dey ma na ka ye sankofo negotiation na so failure ya ma edipem na ska yeso ya den back on strike.
I see. You know, I say mo so position ama ade na anye fala senko bia ni hosa na munua no so no mudi nko era sebra onyame no pay. Daniel Awuni Appa West Deputy Regional Secretary Emma Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives Ghana ono ena ochre sentia omanfo mo ho anye strike no mo okay. I think so. Also, I
know why ni baby. Not just say Ghana hana manyo some neura baby.
I no pay na make no want.
Hey, Wofa
the politics neura before say professional body be we Ghana.
So we have lost our professionalism.
Professional body be ye to aba MPP ni NDC for make sure say omnipa be di ku nanim.
We have lost professionalism.
Omnipa di ku nanim a na bibia ba no power.
We have lost professionalism. Hey, professionalism. What go school? You train you.
Also, I go school. Na school on no more year campaign. Yeah, not say. You've been at the university. University election. Yeah, not say.
Of course, yes.
MPP NDC. University election is now MPP NDC.
And it is
dangerous. University ben now MPP ni and NDC.
MPP ni you
talk about Haruda Idrusu, Muntaka, Kujota Blakwa, Samia Uku. All those student politics almost started campus.
Yeah.
No, we are not by Edgeman. Oh, yeah. See, a to Obama be a nata. Nat, your MPP nat, and your NDC nat. Your MPP nagrat, and your NDC nagrat. It's China, they say, aye.
And it's dangerous.
They say Ghana Medical Association cross here another body. Yeah.
They say body no be one.
So it is a leadership no more party no power. They also in the Abai Kasa.
Senyor ne power.
And some party ni power so. Also in the Abai Kasa.
Yes, you could pay for some kodi and kokoma. What da na na egu abonte because one more the omo dwene ho. Enye wo de no kra na omo dwene ho. Say the party no ebeko ye. We have lost it. I think say ono so aba ka ne dia ehom say now it was a new government. Mon corner muntino na yenhwe asema mo so be omo kana system mo so we dey nkanye bone me na me ton ma de me say nam de beje abai se mintimi ntuasa na ene ma hwe kwan be fa so am na de ade ne wo fro se brakura ne ye media wo se da bi me ma because abai dada no media no de a entwe ye. One thing they should take note of say me kan initially no say there are certain services eka essentially ehu hia because the omo ye obi betimi ahwere ne nkwa. A human life can never be bought. Untimi emfa bibia nto nipa nkwa. Ebia ne nipa kro na obehwere ne nkwa no. Oye very very important or key person. Everybody is a key person to the nation. Na enam se biontia sebia anya adwuma binti. Na akofa ohana ba. Obi nkase ma monko for what is your right. But there are certain steps you take care. We should be very careful in the way we take. Na husu so na bia na so sen de na wo pre no. To we de besre say Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. One more strike no. Sa abai se wo from we nya abai aye tintin bia. Wo se mo mra. The health minister said, "Mumra na do nepno ebie at any time. Come, let's sit down. Let's find an amicable solution to the problem." I think, sir, that is what is. We are just pleading with them. We are imploring them. Say, where they are some nipan kwa hu hia. Na yehu sam hu hia. Obi anka sam hu hia. Say the moka say abai mbu sam hu hia no. Obi an sam hu because muni hono ma doctors intimi nya adwuma. Muni hono ma operation intimi nkoso. Muni hono ma awon yare no wo muntimi nya omaduro. Even dosage no kura advice ad be ma doctor na sefo no kura muni hono ma it can work. So we just plead say yes remo madaroma. Monko because yes I can entra. Na kato. Ebia okay. Eyo bi na no beka ba ebia woni wo so wo dofo bi o. Anase obi ebi obenya emergency situation me no akọ hospital. Di enim di ebesi. So let's go. Let's talk about
right.
It. Yeah.
Yebe someone the workrata no kana person e dia pro but say we can ne ura osengame so ebedi nkomo na yeti the position of this Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association the omo kan baby omugina say ne omo to so strike no aluta continua and have a Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives Ghana almost omo ekwadwo omo say omunuanom Ghana Registered Nurses they acted in bad faith. No say you acted in bad faith. You nyina ania kotra se ani adwene ho. Se any minister kosia the first one. You can't want to say second time. Your man Brennan kosia second time want to say aye de be ya mo se ntia but from 2022 2024 nyina no mo se abani skenti mo anko for negotiation. If that's the case there na che say we mo kwa adwuma no womo ewo ina so yeah the worker out do no sano be bro pretty solid. We have the papers here, the new trust is here, Daily Graphic is here, Ghanaian Times, Daily Guide, the Chronicle, the Ghanaian Post, the Custodian, and somewhere can no peno nina and so but ansana if I quite some of the Bocatano ebo hodero no yen kwamana so ye yewra osengame eba apedie ho nsemudia wona abimu pa eta kon nche ebisa including komofa Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association mo strike abani ba chote enka ye mo channel pay wo Kessben FM and Kessben TV Plus so
thank you
bacho
grateful
bacho na mpom ye de.
By the grace of God, very well.
Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association have been on strike since last week, and the National Labour Commission says their strike is unlawful, it's illegal. They should call off the strike, but still, they are still on strike. What do you have to say?
Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, I think they will eventually call it off. They have no choice than to call it off because a competent court of jurisdiction has requested or has asked them to go back to work. So I'm sure when they are properly served today, they will have no choice than to call it off. Otherwise, they'll be going against the whole Ghana. Because Ghana is deposited by rule of law in the courts to make pronouncements on matters of this nature. So they will have 10 days to go back to the court together, go and justify the reason why they either have to continue the strike or be given the attention that they deserve. So yes, there'll be a solution.
Baba, you've listened to their side. What do you make out of what they are saying? They say they have negotiated already. They want government to just sign what they have already negotiated, and then later on look at the implementation. What do you have to say about their position now?
Look, I've been working with the nurses for the past 8 years, all through the Nanado regime. I've been their consultant. That is that's part of the reason why there was no major strike on their part throughout the 8 years, because I have prevailed on them never to go on strike, because their strike will be having terrible bearing on the human beings, and therefore it doesn't make realistic sense to do that. Meanwhile, we try to seek the best interest as we can. So yes, it is true that they deserve everything that they want, but there is a limit to everything too in this world. But what if you ask yourself the reason why the previous government could not honor the same agreement they have signed? They agreed to it, but they did not implement it because the people who agreed to put that particular thing, it's a particular thing. It's not all the agreement. It's a particular thing, and I don't want to name it per se, but it's a particular thing in the agreement, which I think in Africa, especially in Ghana, we like to put that particular thing into action, which is not very healthy. But the way out is also not for the employer to say no. Both of you will have to go to table and have it discussed. And let me confirm this. As a teacher of this subject matter, you cannot use unilateral approach or adversarial approach when it comes to industrial relations. You have to open up, have a civilized conversation with each other and resolve your matters. But if one side decides to be capricious or force the other into submission, what it will result in is what you are seeing. That's why the law is very clear as to how they should go about resolving their matters, especially matters affecting not only nurses but anybody operating in essential services. Within 72 hours, your matter must be resolved and resolved properly. That is the law and that's the practice. I'm not even dwelling so much on the law, but the practice and the sensible thing to do is for parties to get together and resolve their differences. And if they have any challenge, they have to go to the National Labour Commission for assistance or look for a private expert who understands these things to assist you resolve it. Nurses per se are not directly, they are not industrial relations practitioners. They have to learn something, but they cannot be, because that's not their profession. Maybe that's the reason why we were with them for the past 8 years. But if they want to do it themselves, obviously this will be the consequence. So I appreciate their concern. I share with them. And the way out, in every situation, the way out is that the employer and the workers will have to get together and resolve these kind of differences, and not to resort to strike or lockout.
We just spoke to one of the other unions who are not on strike. I'm talking about Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives Ghana. And what I was saying that the Ghana registered nurses acted in bad faith, because the agreement was that they met the minister for the first time and they said they should allow the minister to meet them the second time. And if nothing good comes out of that, then they declare strike. They didn't hear anything, or that they heard that Ghana registered nurses are on strike, so they didn't support them. What do you have to say about this position?
Well, if you want your colleagues to join you in a total mass strike, you have to collaborate with them.
Sure.
Because you are all in the same fraternity. But aside that, I wonder why they did not invite me or the lawyer who is also an industrial relations person and who works with them. I know everything about them than anybody in this country because I have been their consultant for some time now. They did not invite me because they know I will not agree for them to go on strike. Because when nurses go on strike, it can result into killing of people.
Sure.
And so you cannot say that it is their right. It is not their right in this case. It's not their right. Because the law prohibits them going on this type of strike. That's how we put together the Labor Commission for them. And if they advise you not to go and you refuse and you go, people are in Kumasi there, where you are speaking to me from, people are sick now and are suffering.
Sure.
If their own relations are sick and are suffering, one of their own may be sick and is suffering. So I don't support nurses or doctors or people working elsewhere that might result in people suffering or dying to go on strike. The matter can be resolved.
Sure.
I've accompanied them to meet Honorable Ajima Menu severally on very thorny issues than this one, including the one they are fighting over now, when it was put into the agreement. So they shouldn't have gone in the first place. I would urge them they should go back to work and then go and sit with their employer and have the matter resolved. That is the way out. That's the way we have brought them up.
Mr. Game, do you think that our labor front has been politicized?
Not necessarily. Labor itself, labor by design, started with pressure, because they wanted their working hours brought down, and it was not being agreed to. Hence the word Mayday. Hence the issue of Mayday. Mayday is because workers were fighting their employer. So from the word go, the reason why unions were formed was that they think the employers were cheating them. Everywhere in the world, I've studied a number of times outside, and I can tell you in many other countries, it's the same. So it's not about Ghana. It's worldwide matter. But because of increase in knowledge and skill development, nations have decided to stop this type of wild strikes, and they resort to getting together and resolving their matter. That's the spirit in which the labor law have been written. So I don't know the reason why Ghana alone, we are always so much fixated with the desire to go on strike any moment, strike.
But they say that's the language that the government understands.
No, it's not true. So we don't need that. Government doesn't understand only that language. We have done that for many years with unnecessary excuses. It has to be stopped.
Okay.
What about why did we put together the National Labour Commission? The National Labour Commission is not the property of government.
Okay.
It is not even owned by government. It's populated by the workers, by employers, and by government. It's a tripartite body. And the chairman of the commission is a delegate of the workers and Ghana Employers Association, not government. So they are all equal there. And even by the standard of operation at the commission, as soon as the commission is in action, everybody, including the commission members, ceases to look at themselves. They look at only the Labour Act, the practice, and the people, the interest of the nation, and not any parochial interest. That's how it's supposed to be, and that's how it is. Fortunately, we have a retired appeals court judge who is reasonably very good I think it's from one of the Afro regions there. Very, very, very good gentleman. And all the commission, 2 of them were selected by the same unions, and they are there. 2 of them selected by Ghana employers. 2 of them were selected by government. But they are all working in concert with one of the best executive secretaries in the whole country there for them. So as far as I'm concerned, we don't have to resort to this kind of things.
Mr. Agame, thank you very much for your time this morning.
I'm grateful.
Azafora Osengame, we a labor consultant, about a pedi hun semwa. On the attack on chain, Kojinshi, which I say, Bay fear watching one, unless if we a Juma Pantin, a yanti strike be adano. But that's our who say, Omokonwa. We can strike the M1, the Oman consort on a cry, and almost strike. As a strike by there, it should not be something that the nurses should be going. Go nipe be wuno, and ya grow. Besides, we say, yeah, the amount of summer room one, I know, National Labour Commission name Mukrano, and ya by there. It is a phone walk around the door so. So we can say the amount of summer room one, and you know, right. Okay,
but before that, I think the man has spoken well. You move on from the Titaniamana, Bibian, yes, at the end of the year, go to all other unions. And your nurses, one more than Abentini Yeka. Now, the best thing I said, the initially, and I said, and to cry a qua, nay a bear reservoir, just have a table, and a reservoir. Said you've been done the baby, say one man and the Panon and International man Casam now. How are you going to resolve the issue? That means on per se resolve. So we plead with them, said your kind, and say, do dear Dano, a part advise their normal call. But do so, we'll take a decision on sideline.
I really feel. It's a really on can be my head. I can say Israel near our cocoon. Na a deal for in our Beshan go, and I call wedding him. Cow D4 back or sent to a D4 beer, also said D4 on the make a fun about one cousin, Pepper beer and family. Also, the kind of no numbers over Gargo Fanava. Anyway, yeah, somebody work out on a kind of graphic, Daily graphic, a ho and ora some Jonah, Nymphony at the Hanum, na Otu Mebunifon. Now, Sam Jonah said, build strong character. Sam Jonah tells youth. And on a banner headline. But of course, contractor abandoned Tamale Savlugu Wale Road after taking $29.6 million. Where a minister was you chasing him. And on some and I say contractor bia and Tamale Savlugu Wale Quine Wayano. Or just Kanamu $29.6 million. And baby trying. And no ensem ewaha is uncommon advocates establishment of independent national resource commission we is uncommon or no and so area betu jase kebeya nka yenya eye kwa enya ban bia fa na se ni party bia na yenhwe natural resource ho sensem no wo emedi ho dwuma Zanzibar president expresses interest in Zoom Lions track record those say for a year Nigeria all the other countries are the good work that Baukwa and who say baller a raw material. Yeah, na baller ya de swama ye. Maybe not na bibi back say China. Auto baller gui ha no bia besisa. A Japadi. But Ubal Zoom lie or wha. And who say indeed they are doing a wonderful thing. I did a him the my papa.
I know a war cratano and it's Daily Graphic, dear or the buyer.
Yeah, call Ghanaian Times. I want also to associate Zoom Lion. Zanzibar partner on waste management sustainability. Yehon Openi, Jospin group of companies Openi, Joseph Siao, Nymphony Waha, said a year cano, say Zanzibar, almost who say Zoom Lion technology, Omodiaba, na Omode recycle waste, Emma. Sosa Banfa so Juma and Ghana, Nano Yaka, Nigeria, and the other countries, who Zoom Lion for Juma, no so Mumbra, no one Kamono. Uye Juma pa so na ho sent no ajibe bia what Zoom Lion is doing and the other countries no who say ampa omo uye Juma no so nti obeso no mo ekabo idle other congregation pray for peace in Boko conflict areas. President Mahama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Mfuni wa ha ya wachia Sheikh Osman Nuhu Shaributu national chief man or say Sheikh Samu Bompire Mompire Masum Bimra Boko enemy Yahodwa Akukakokon Ekoso Ewo Gan Memo. Lands Minister rally support for Tree for Life afforestation campaign. When see Juma na Ochiche Mono abide this in any source enipa nkwa edua na so transanalyze dua ho mfaso a dua ingura nyina aka ho eno na emoa no omowe na omowe ayen so ya ngura sa ayomoa na ka ho enti se ingura ni nyina asa na bo bi enye ngura anwe onye dua bi anwe a omo nyina asebehye ma yenso nipa ya asebehye nti Tree for Life nipa nkwa edua no obia momoden se ono so ebepewunya Ghanaian Times away no mo ewom.
Mefa Daily Guide and Twaso Mamo. Daily Guide enimu ena yacho for real time placed on Interpol red notice. No yedika kahon sama nei former finance minister. Foni waha.
And I know metie la Kofi Bento. O say ono abaka check no for anta se mo ma. Mo magana on tranom ko di asem no. So ama obedi. Obedi wie ni e convert na fe di o master case no.
Afi no master.
Say I say Lord do be technicalities so. Ha. Lord bet me jawa na wa ya asem na okuwi a. No technicality ya be o. Say the okoye ni na e fraud.
Afi ne be shase. Anyway.
Eti o say on the opa wonya mo ma special prosecutor and found court. Or say e kosa na say wa ma e be ma o default judgment. Say wa me bon crew say the bo nyina agi atum. Na sa judgment ne do a na fi almost start of case.
Anyway, Tiano ewa krata no enim Court of Appeal frees Attah's mechanic.
Akwaro ademu ache o
30 years. Ananyo no. 30 years. Afina yejano.
Oh my goodness.
30 years no.
Yeah, it's them say 20 something years. 20 something, yeah, 24, 23, yeah.
Into whatever it is no. Ombe compensate na men.
Hey. Court of Appeal feel. Afina wa ko file.
Wow case. E tia wo. Say anywhere ni ye.
Yeah.
You tia fa.
And no ye wrongful or lawful imprisonment.
Okay.
You what to obre famra kwan so.
24.
We try buy damage. If he gets a good lawyer, obey billionaire.
24 years.
Because that number of years no. You better calculate uber yeah. You have to establish a juma nka wa ye. Any the onya. So anyway. Court ne jao. But no the jao fe na wa so ko huru wasemka. Na ko dem patesika.
Wa waseba.
E dey fra by ho.
Anyway, Mampon Paramount Chief goes home. Nyame adoma ene enwumre na ohene omko akoja ne kura na de tie no na fe Dumso Levy oil marketers tango with GRA
la
na say nei oil marketers na say there be Ghana Revenue Authority for yen mo ntokwa be kai on say abaka say wo mo na GRA for na ngige sa eto no na omo ne omo etwede
say to be GRA for na eje the omo the interpretation what na buy no the picture that na kire mo amoba gito no say ade we say ya e ko say eno na omo so de krata buy say buy tia say or we ko actually 2 weeks na bibia to ye e buy ankenye go buy ne na nka GPR team drivers no so I been say
omo nkwa adwuma
nti we have averted this one. Let us see what happens. All right. Yet was one of the Chronicle Kurakatano na it was a Chronicle say African expansion driver Zoom Lion sets eyes on Zanzibar after signing mega contract in Nigeria, Ethiopia, and DR Congo. So this is kind of say on Groko Bamoswa. Obaye ma dance for free Jerusalem Judea. This Samaria the Kopmasa say I don't know why. The Zoom Lion Omojumano. And as I say, etre ekobe bia no ura Joseph Sian Enfuni wa say the kan tree planting under Tree for Life initiative is a call to action. And also I di kan kase nua no e ade hia pa de me pese mi hunu se nua ne dua afeso a ye ko se dua no ni nyina ye den e wo ho e me ya ne hia ba dua na se afi bia e be dua na mo akọwe na ahye ne se dua foforo de a enko ba bia Freeman Foundation launches Dignity in Bloom period part project and also enko enim.
Right, me for the Ghanaian point and Twaswa na yen trying say despite Automobile Museum officially opens to the public, okay, nano it is say omo eka ho ensem afi ma yen ko na yen hwe Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumiamfoni and also prepared for a hashtag regime under the Mahama administration and nano wamra dun so live in by no okokan central region or the kotudwa say munye hunu he the eba e che kure Zoom Lions keep equipment to transform waste management in Kumasi Kenya Environment Sub Committee.
Yeah.
No and so funny.
Omo video for on the abano. Yeah. I was say that me can ball ano. Kwan ye fa so yen efesisa no. Ne fa no nyina. All right.
Afi mi enko ase ho. Bank of Ghana records 9.49 billion Ghana cedis operating loss
for 2024 fiscal year.
Hey,
I know. Gina wako so omboa.
Eka omo boy.
Omo konta no mbetu dwa no omboa.
Saying 9.49 billion Ghana cedis. Hey,
siska no ma na etwa. Wa no paso was broni on tade.
I know some right.
Right. Yet also near the custodian Kuakrata no na so no so mampeni abi de chile da Dr. Mahmoud Bawumiamfoni was Bawumia flays dishonest NDC on Doomso levy. BOG ignoring 4 billion positive balance in 2024. Gideon Boako MPs prod IGP over Ablekuma North seat. BOG to adhere to zero budget financing. Kuakrata the same pina ba Otabamiase so ye kan ka kire mu se NDC fo bombe dada mo na also Doomso levy aba si levy eso ebu Ghana fo kom na Doomso levy aba de edutwem kra se na kan no otagide obuako ono ye technical advice man Otabamia ose Bank of Ghana kratom de aba se 2024 omo bo ka 9.4 billion no omo refi a positive balance of 4 billion cedis bia I was saying omo taking into account the computation of their figures no afi last week said the MPP mrashaboja for omo any break call say IGP provide protection and for my electoral commission omo quality Ablekuma North rashaboja ni abato no hudu di nkunem no and also Kuakrata ye ede aba afi Dr. Johnson Siama Governor Amara da Bank of Ghana skakrabia no or say zero budget financing on say kana abaye share or say abaye hoche no a Bank of Ghana for no ma support no na omo capo at 5% can for at a time no say 5% do baby a hoche buy no ko no akọ draw sa cap any free so fi the Bank of Ghana with ma support to abandro bia to say am say die abaye hoche wa e Bank of Ghana Yenika pre ini dama ene be support o and also boa e ma ba no ye discipline
yes
so wo unim se scan bi o ba bi ado sa be kwa kobo mu a de ama wo no so ko school na papa because scan no de bo ma boss wo nyina na masane de ama wo no o ma me sane na hu se bi ni e chire no de ma wa unim se ke mi kwe se mi ko ya roughness a na o papa tu no boto wo ye kufu no yi mo ketu abi de ma wo okwa anu asaba osidada yento yesi yento jo gra fi okika bomu say
Yeva new trust enwie na new trust enimu ena yatro NPP doesn't give chance to non-performing candidate Japan
but when it is coming there it is doing
yebeba be di hu nkomo yi pa we osofo Ransford Obeng ena wo to Christopher fo I say attend to your health with seriousness. Say enay eba wapomden ho a fa ni bre e na fa ko ho we osofo kasofo de nka se we de Yankopon se obesa da bi o se ni bre e na fa ko wa Yankopon e ma yen gidie no o sa ma nyansa ka ho nti eno ho nsem e wa ha afei ma yankwai second biennial media forum on natural resources, environment, climate change and science held in Kumasi and also ye dwumadie bia ekoso say the toso mienu no omabeye ewo Kumasi fa aye from agudie ho environment ho ye climate na afei aye abodie mu nyansa pe ho sensem ni nyina no omedi ho afei ye koba na headline so a the actual name from criticism to contradiction why the NDC's 1 cedi fuel levy is unjustifiable and burdensome than the e-levy. We, hey, the Kratano, and so at 20 Kessel at forcing Infoni at the Hanum say, Sasson Razak Kuju. Kojopoku rather, no so Infoni, and so at the Hanum. We, and some Epium over the new trust. And so Kuakrata, and I said the Wokrata.
Right. The Wokrata no somewhere yes, I cannot pray no personal person be try details na can in no. So you can no and na da several civil so kokra e dot ye no e be wie santimera opemso obetutu atata na wasi mampon kropon no mu a be bia na yenko over the weekend we can say I politics it drew say event bi aba say ye kra de masa say proposition Ghana ha na ye ba no anko bia o me ye kra wa ma aso say ye kra ye hu na se o we mu nyina aba no nko aye huro etika de akompra ko Japan okobi alaji no tamawu ba bia okobi nana say e friend be di akon cheda ono so kobi ona the bodyguard could team obi am na yankon these various leaders in penifo do o mo call da several sibus dot ye wi a be komampon ne ne amad bafo akodi nkom na ne ye twa to dot ye mu a asanteme ro be pie mampon no so no de yankon kan Japan e bra o call okoduru ho no okohia asorofo bi ene o mu di nkom nsem o kan no busuafo nyagro take a listen.
Okoya ni modern mo answer ni no ya mfuna nkobiem
Kessben
obia mpeso aka no kura kire wa oduru wa ozio president Kufuor komienu Akufo adu komiansa adubu ahe wokosai mesramu enne ani biaba ya ni afi mamo mayentoto ensam a enye no kura egu yafem efe mi kire ma bokosem ni entia president Kufuor you didn't call second term, they say. The first time, or the only 4 months, between 3 to 4 months, and what the year campaign. Now, votes are President Kufuor within that 4 months, no? And yes and no. The best hard than I call. And until any other President Kufuor, as I call second term, there is a reason. 4 months, our year campaign, the performance. And until the President Kufuor accord. ABM, and Akufo adu comprensa. Akufo adu call first one on your 49.3%. When Timmy cross 50 nunti, and I saw call second round, and also a pay a time, and I decided here, Emma Professor Mills, and 23,000 votes. Anybody president into a beer person or cultural say yansa ma asuma sinko biemu a on starting kabakosam will be ntie Akufo esa call 2012 no what we need and we are a court mamuti decision and was aka so there meaning some we need but some see nyamina me respect court no enti yanko ya hwe Akufo performance the first time, second time, and then I didn't call the third time. And it's also a big performance. Now it will lose over 2 million. Now I saw the country say, Mufani Panenko. Now, Mayadi, but Emrani one, no credit, you ever come, Mate. No cranu dear, you ever come, Mate. Samu Pepawa, Ghana for say, Mudi Kana Japan bar, you ever to a mamo. Musa came to your 9th young or tribute. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Mama yentiania a form forker. Mommy yentiania Ghana forker. I saw it there, I'm woman Kasai. A coachy. I saw it there, I'm woman Kroma Betron, a chance woman Kasai. If it's some kind, 1 year, I was a month here, Mobajimu jejereje. Any aji jejereje. Oh, campaign. Ebe de papa.
Right way Canada compro a Japan brow call Mampo Nanko ye. Also could do on what say party maybe a siano I saw them. The Pentecostada into your castle Montra one chime. A 100 days see me cotuja. Say Oko election no lose 2 million votes margina. In this year, ma could be where a modern back of 4 boy at your man could be, then another boy man could be one. Yes, Sabi, or more be edit. But we a direct truth, direct in window. You a kutiebo oba, and your direct, sir, your force in window, and you were true in window, and no, the okay, that will be at tea. I will say, with the expressing was now with the expressing was on Nake. It became a campaign a bed. This government is now about just 6 months into office, and MPP campaign is heating up. Laila. Yanko nana hwan bedi akon cheda okwa ye na bodyguard se twa no ahia brantie bi kudi na echi bi akọ team na mene pa pim na to form. Hey, na president the cry ebe see, look at what happened. That Chada Ekono be a dinechi. Okodi nechi ya Tina him the book. But my internal bleeding. Why you talk for one God sorry? Why should this happen? Sabe Ghana yes Kabia not say oh kwa ni petra ho should be apprentice now. Na President Crab bodyguard on my way. President Crab bodyguard on my way. Who is Chada? Who is Cheddar? Yeah, the bodyguard by yes, anyway, I just want to settle case to me to be count. Just want to settle case. I think me come on for one kasa na yekwe MPP is no be so edi. I like that my mobile be cheap and in the koya or so ekoko chiaye. Na Ejasekto Ami who adwa safo Nana Dr. You were free and all the other members of parliament, former members of parliament be so eka ho a omo so ne Dr. Mamuba mi akoye na omo so ekochia ebusuan ne adehye ebra nra Dr. Yeno enso koso yenkoye omo so koye no what happened in Samoa honorable Dr. Nana you were free and afi Sarah adwa safo ne afoforo so omo so ede etuja. Well, sa video no enye ekrado.
Oni man po hene intemu no enye ohe ene ne nana e obi ni ba. Enti no
na yaba said the enenso de no so.
Ende abusuafo e ba beso. Because oni man po hene intemu no enye ohe ene ne nana e obi ni ba. Enti no yaba ende abusuafo e ba beso. Oh, 2 years ago yaba ya ye pe primary school. Obompa ya ma ya ka jese Nyankopon be ma ya kwa ebe wi ni apase ya wi ni ye enti ene me kai pa ena ohun so bia obeje o kama na ni beje o me o ma pon ye ni ba o ni ba obeje o kama bese kama bebusa obi bia enti ono de na me wa brochire me bedu eno a me ntimi ma papa ne ma me ma bi because me amunu so no oni mitini ye sa de nana ya
oye nyina ya papa ye nyina ya wofa enti we de me busia nyina yakọ Me ame papa Apostle Dr. Kojo Safo ofi Esumenya fie pe. Enti uti abakosam a Esumenya ne mampon yaka ho ene yaji asanteman si ho. Enti ene maba mi fie maba mi nuaba mampon hema ho. Yaba ma ne yakọ. Yenim se nyame de ya papa ebesie e wo ne kukumu e de amaye.
Ye be
no ye the papa o ye humo bro woni mu e na o dwen ne manfo so
enti
se ye we kan se na me father se preference na ye we nye dot ye kitwa na ye nyina ye be kwa na ya kura na chi ye stress nya me father preference na ye benya obi a wa be si na nemu a obedi na dwuma tse ne onu din
ana me da say enti no aye mashabo ya fa hodo former boss MD go lawyer sevenpe ono so e wa ha bia ana nanum nyina omo nyina edi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumi asanse na nima omo je ne kwa kocha aye Dr. na you were free Dr. you were free na wa ye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumi na asante ayasa campaign coordinator na ono so e wa happy sana Dr. Nsiansare eso Dr. madam Roma ile ka kan for da suppose ho
de ba ka fa no se oye ohini bia o nimdie oye ne niamma kwanso enti wode nimdie ene amamere eba hini na me hu na che no oye very register okay university one na yiri na ye be kanyina ne se adwuma pa obaye no de wa be sra na bia enkoso no onye sa papa na nyame fa ne ekra so esie e ma no ko se
right we MP Brasoja for no be ni another for your di omampene be de chire na like Dr. Mahmoud Ambiase call mampon so they ka no ene enalot ye no ebe wi asantemewura so bedro ye call mampon ho na ya ma no bofo adebube atwamfoni a kire se de tie ade wote enka to asomai
ofa me da say onopai Dr. Ye Basodo se bonsu Dr. Ye ene eda etwa to a nanom aya amamle ani amanye na amode da sebre akwakura ne kwakura na no pay se amanye ampon ja ahimti hanom se ya se ope inspector so ha aya security personnel aya do so ha this and say and aya da also the two force to ebeba afi so Ghana mampani excellency John Dramani Mahama Ghana mampani kata omampani ana afi so omampani da for mampani na ebeba ene empani aka omo Ghana ha omo yeah, tutum Anna Ghana Immigration Service Basantali Amadi but then immigration campaign before by now Mbepia Sasona Asante North Regional Commander right Jews on up into mama for na atama so omo esese omo che adidie ewo ene muso egufu a ese omo de nananom amaya se acha jumyenu santin dia ato a o batia ana se o behwe da se be enieti no ba be nyina no jumyenu so be tani nyina so a ya nya kwanya se ya nya kwanya se that's it. The chance almost 10 minutes. I don't go nefa. Sante hene the Sante Mampo. Na also Abama Beshe Uninachi. I chat for Amber Namamre Namanie. Trans on a Ghana company and so about almost other call. Also after Papa on Namamre na Amataki. About Anoha. Come on. It's answered Santehene Obano, One, Naman Hene, Makumako, a decency, almost some 2 hours and Montemham. Ono Munana, Ekum, na Omaba, na Omaba, Omuniano, Frank. About Mumpany for Mumpany Obano, number Mumpany for Anna Eba. My big, come on, against far. Omoja Mumpany for almost ever. Anna, you can believe now upon saying that the player, our Aka, almost about our, almost with me, but no Aka, not a day. I call it. No, I am to Trian, and I'm Aye. Now, you come one, I am Mamre, better I and then you know what she. Now, not our myself, name, I try, I did say, something for him. That's the bread or no, almost everything alcohol. I could try, I did say, Omuga. It's an hour just almost shy at channel. Ne, I didn't know that's almost our almost shy channel. You know, I'm saying that when you now, now, what I'm not doing now, not to be very well. You can tell you, then watch the airport here. And go be I said them, oh, be a something on Bohan. Yes, they are the poor, this is the shade of not the among many a money, no why, yes, you don't know. So when you do the and now to see an anchor, if you are now, all the job and say, not the good, not the jobs also, but and then what am I? So, over to the and and said them, between them, watch it, but yes, I don't say, Cafe, Santaman for 100, but you know what care for me. About the Baya, and I don't know. Mama, I don't want money. I'm going to do it. That's the way. And then I'm not going to do it. When you are almost, Manano, I was at Montemuha, so the Mecano, no small than Hano, or Mashafia, Andre, or more ever, now Malabacha, and someone for him, and not at the committee, and Penny are more urgent. The Kaka, I have called my hand. Oh no, I said, two men, you know, I say, I sent someone on the APC, Anna, go, it's one of the men. Oh, that's a good one. One name on Sankuya, and then I was someone on Nipa, and then one of the acting president of the traditional council. Free and the take one or motion, to keep the yard of the yard, and ye at the come. 3 minutes, I made you sharp there. Look at the Panama. Yes, yes. We are good dry. And Dr. For Assistant Yama, I was in Tia, info almost 4 now more question. Bumble 4, Philadelphia can bumble no more IIT. I'm on the face. What I did, I have anything in the time of the camera. It's unfair. And then it's a long idea. Move back. I'm a very I don't look at it. And I'm for him and I'm almost saying to get go more. You know. I'm nothing. That's some powerful to our Ebano. What's your much more? But that's not. But you know, at was. I'm ready. Therefore, our man for I
Yada say we a man for Adebrobe and what they call Asante Mampon said the net dot no air cost ready kind akano. Wami nyan ntie se enye opemso nkwara omampani abede omampani dada na kufuado omampani oteja so omunyina so beba na omo abehwe na nani achi ansa na yedna koma na nanom enso ewo ekra. Mame message ni kakra na afiyemra na yemeshase na yini enkomo. Teacher Kujo from Tepa Enyesuso, when you are in a position, you might think everything is easy until you come into office and face the reality before making a U-turn. That's what is happening to the NDC now. Blaming the MPP government for economic hardship, knowing that COVID has come to collapse the world economy. They are now facing the reality of their propaganda. Greetings to Chairman Odino Kofi Appiah Kuka. Oyibo Boatin from Nebehi, GRA's implementation of the one city on a letter clearly shows that government is not ready to listen to the voice of the people. A clear indication of this honesty. Okay. Eric Kweku Bwedi, patriotic voice, Bichim. President Mahama in his NDC campaign against e-levy, but now President Mahama introduced D-levy. 1 cedi per liter on petroleum products. God have mercy on us. And also the year or the buyer. I don't know. Teacher constitution from Yamwase. Why should we pay electricity bills and then face additional petroleum taxes to settle energy sector debts? It seems like the NDC government is double pocketing Ghanaians. Remember this in 2028. By the way, Eid Mubarak to all Muslims, especially Kuka. Okay. Befi from Adwato, the swiftest government ever to lose the trust of its industry players, stakeholders, and citizens ever on the obnoxious Doomsday levy. Regards to Honorable Asenso Boache. Masaudu from Bantama. Today it has been confirmed by President Mahama, and it has been confirmed. President Mahama said Ghanaians have short memory. In the run-up to 2024 election, the NDC lambasted e-levy as demon. Now you want us to embrace D-levy as the best alternative? Discerning Ghanaians are watching. And also, dear, I don't know. Robbie, fashion designer, so President John Mahama and the NDC government for introducing a new tax for campaign against e-levy and eventually scrapping it, called on Ghanaians to brace themselves for more taxes. E-levy, 1,000 Ghana cedis for 10 cedis. Doomsday levy, 1,000 Ghana cedis, 83 cedis. Regards to Coca. Lawrence Buachi, aka Buche, near Asinia, Soren Quanta, we played with the striking nurses to end. Government too must try to meet their demands. Okay. I am Kim Dev from FJC. I perfectly agree with the nurses and midwives on the allowance they want. I'm waiting for the teacher union to also hit the ground running. Looking at the juicy allowances government appointees are enjoying, these unions too must benefit much more extravagant. What is the government waiting for? Over, please tell the president to impose another tax on petroleum products to meet the conditions of service for nurses. Regarding the ban on importation of excavators, reports suggest that 200 excavators enter the country daily. Given this, I would like to ask, when will the government declare a state of emergency on illegal mining, as previously suggested to the former president Nana Akufo-Addo? As say Asembeba bedi na say Asembeba debi say Marshal Obuasi in other way ebaye. OPK Patriotic Voices go so. Regards to Mr. Mankwa Ejare Isaac. Yeah, now message what to do. Mahama and the NDC government Doomsday levy take effect from today, after they have already increased electricity tariff by 14% to worsen the hardship of Ghanaians. So I will urge the driver union to start their sit-down strike on Tuesday, and all Ghanaians should join them and rise up against the oppressors' ruling, because this is not the reset they promise Ghanaians. Musa Batwa from Aswase. The so-called micro-minority either lack a basic understanding on the e-levy and a-levy, or they are once again engaging in needless partisan politics. The reality is that the energy levy is a necessary step to address the massive energy sector debt they left behind and to secure a sustainable, reliable power supply for all Ghanaians. At the very least, this levy won't be wasted on digging the world's most expensive hole in the name of cathedral. Good morning, fine KOD. I am Okai from Sene West District, precisely Bantama. Kennedy's public criticism of party members is counterproductive. He should emphasize his strength and why he'll be a worthy choice for the executive rather than disparading the others. Our losses stem from systematic failures, not individual errors, and it was part of the administration. Those supporting him aren't necessarily key stakeholders, so a more strategic approach will serve him better. We require a leader who, with discipline and dedication. Post Office Jamasi, Ghana's value lies not in gold, cocoa, or minerals, but in our mental character. We have a long way to go, but Ebefa, International Postmaster Jamasi, another way free a buyer. Capito from Go so Menshia. In fact, Honorable Kennedy Japan, we talk too much but forgotten it was the main problem the NPP lost the 2024 election. Let me tell him whether he like it or not, Dr. Bawumia is still the best for the NPP. Simple and short. Okay, also Martin entry or the way every a boy and a buyer. I'll say John Dramani Mahama promised that he has an experience to reduce our economic burden, but today he has overburdened us with doomsday levy. Electricity bills and water bills and the nurses are on strike, all because of bad NDC government, and therefore President John Mahama must apologize and resign to save Ghana instead of praising and defending the killer NDC policies. Okay, Memphis here. Na Ebra Kengo Jasmrao. I go Jaso. You go the Jaka Kramra. Yaba na Atoso. Bank of Ghana for Senator Kasi of Antonim says he said here, the Pabon for Abem. Oh, why near Bodero, social media so deposit taken for Sikabra. What about 2 Bosumi Winya say, Bosumi and Saubenya say, Bank of Ghana say Yomra. Na so Bika say, deposit institution na say, Edwokubia, who do Sikabahwa, Yajato, Yamo skill mudra. But what the Irium say, Bank of Ghana form of licenses to me, Krata assume to me, say Jumano. And yes, sir, Mr. We don't Sabasha Boise. No more Kai radio station, TV, the media outlets in say, Enisa ma quaint. Ma ubi a Bank of Ghana for man to me krata sell radio station or TV station online portals or may bodero so a deposit taking some for full music meto no more musi who you mudro we a media house and trade may be a you ko biaba say odusika beto e ma si hu say ya ihwemu say Bank of Ghana from to me krata say no more moto edro no as this advert is one FDA approved my hu says ka edwako no Bank of Ghana mom to me kratan sana wagene advertisement ayama no enye sa won so wetimi enya asem or say report to any suspicious issue ubi obaba bodero say for sika beto obeye deposit be ma onsi ho no ma Bank of Ghana Financial Stability Department for omo supply 0593 974486 0593 974486 email address near complaints.office@bog.gov.gh complaints.office@bog.gov.gh and I say Bank of Ghana for office 4th floor urban block the Ban Square Accra omo masotia on be verify ma na suspicious character bi obu amanfa je omusika no yetimi eyina se akunya
ma yefan tudwa se enei mama for emlato oh dem mate odi mama for mra
to dem say holiday
say na onya abotre no wakoto because kwa ne ma wo ho no nyasem kuma ni nyina fi asfo
that's right
asfo kwa ne bitima mama for aboto oh dem omo ba na chesa omo ba aba to no ma behwe na ne se ma wo dem ho enyefe ohun enei transform ho me ho nyefe ho nye nika ho nye ba bia amanfo ba wo sori akokora na ye ne ten mamanfo enye nika wo dem na obetima ye sane mo nyina just asphalt products are omakofa ba would be SCC honum a free sofas and your couches or dresses or dining set a fee center tables a fee mattresses a hodwo one pa hodwo a dear beer a yes soft finishing this is if you dear if one inch baby I ask from and also do an itch na a fee hosso I effect na dear who come dear nije wom dear de woman say one say a nay yada sukutem 30% discount and never be able to be a between about 30% discount to the aqua never no safwa for so ukwa no what point at chom say more na mo kan 30% no mo fa me dem emfa me na chese weje na bia never na buo na f na yesa ma 30% no na chese also do ani chrem e wo ashfom eye depo ene de brand ye be showrooms ahodo a ebe nyina na koje wo dem Kumasi Mall yo Hosantase Tafo Ahonjo SG Mall sans the main office no yata friend Melody showroom no ewo Kase anako ashfom depo bia ebe wo okwa na wakojibi na yesi enkancham still the pabofo nda so na mom tete ho tete nkwancha mo hwe wa so akrachi we ebu na be ye mo bia mu wate enti upemu nchemu ankasa free 0542 697487 0542 697487 and 0556 579214 0556 579214 na yenin komo.
MTN Force fan to them say, are you looking for a smarter, more secure and eco-friendly way to stay connected? They say the Omodia Bade say so mobile phone. A who here so to SIM card now the SIM. Ism and Abba. Mobile phone new cranwano. You bet me a connected SIM number amount. Now they are Juma or bra onto SIM card in SIM. Or SIM card de SIM so bet me ya to now I'm moving on to MTN eSIM. Then you know, I said, "Modia so be call MTN app no so." Na chichimunu nyina ho. Anasa fa mobile phone no. Na dial star hash 06 hash star hash 06 hash. And I will check it MIEI. Yes, serial phone serial number no. Obo star hash 06 hash. E be pop up. Na choose o qualify so phone no. You bet me the eSIM. eSIM is a physical SIM, electronic SIM. It's in my phone for SIM, miensa. It is the everything is going digital. And the more the above star has 06 has na check it. Or check it now, sir. Phone bet why you eSIM. What to do to me, sir? Chip to train and our phone for who got two phone for a free knock for ping. No be phone or so. No eSIM. They say a chum to me so. But star 7606 has now check it now for MTN app no so seamless mobile phone on so must be free MTN toll free number 100 and I contact omni digital channel biano na eno omni nkomo na so ebraso ebi
me fan to dwa se wo ho na hododo how be how unhuna de kore how na wako hunu kra sei ya ka cho se bia stroke na how ana se diabetes na etete wo mojamroso na enei edi unya hepatitis A, B, C, D, and E. Ni nyina no wo mu echefa bia typhoid fever na malaria na enei waji woni je abosom ana se ulcer na nei eno so etetewa na ewunya hoto fibroid edal yem ema ohaw ababetena so hunamani ayensansan asai yade ababedi nya anase wo bema prostate cancer na enlargement etetewo sabi wo bema so hu so bema yo ni nyina ne se de ma ye bema no fone ya no wo fone de bia wo fone wa fone saa enei se wo ba so na sabi wo ma yo no so eho atochima eno so ye ho anuye ema opa wo awo no watweatwe emma wo bema wo pre se enei obedi umesem ewo dem na fei yafro bema yafro miwura na yabo captain yabo abetika chese mo piafo ni nyina enkoyi emma mecho we ba kopewate a Grace Gift Herbal Clinic and Laboratory Service ena fo ni kire saade ma bosu nyina da ye de hodwuma ye be ma wagina brane am wade ho afiri yade ahodo nyina ho na watimi etuanamon ma bia etimi akoye e de amaw sanso ena enei apart from yade se bia waso asie e bia na kwata na ayewo anase wani efra bromfie dunum anase bi wa achacha eno nko na yentimi nsa foni kirem ewo hwim school junction barakase kwan so eho ena behuye ewo kumase ene ne potem enkran so new Achimota Petroleum Bangro ene aye of Family Life International School no ne die nhwe ye adwuma free dwoda kosikosia anopa nonson na chese ye bie yapono ya ye gya ya hwe sanso ena nonum na ye tumu na ompe we opeden opemu nchemu afrem 0246 518003 0246 518003 ana 0244 126123 0244 126123 na yanyo so.
GCB Bank can from Ghana Commercial Bank. Say dini GCB Bank. Also ye shareholder tiwe obi a wodu sika udwetre akɔhye GCB Bank kakra bia no no. Embrano kyerɛ brano also more information be a courses kakra be mu bia hunu say annual general meeting extraordinary general meeting afi Sonia prepare financial statement that nyina o shareholder you have the right to have copies that's obo ha no information o de ma GCB Bank for no phone number ade ma o mo bi kra phone na yira atofofro email address enye correct ti o mo send bibia ma wa emma o next of kin uni ho kra na hwan ne enko hwe no na yemfa obi bi emma no eno nti obi a we shareholder e wo GCB bank no wase mo modia bowura GCB bank nkrabata bi e bewo fa okrata kire se me shareholder no what say Kessben for bodewro say you may update information like your phone number, email address in your account. That me abo mankuta hodi bia no bank no eno modi. Ana untumi nwura bank nkrabata bia mu a come website www.gcbbank.com.gh www.gcbbank.com.gh and as a shareholders for no portal be on portal epgcblimited.com epgcblimited.com 98/shareholders portal okosa portal no so no updating information bia sebe ya nkrato bia bank rebeso bro a shareholder no on sabetimi aba GCB your bank for life.
Kessben travel and tour metemoso no masode ye akwentu no mama na yefo ayefese ye akwentu ena abetu a ha chese okwa how bia na so dadwin bia ni nyina ne se woni o ma bedin komo na ya chechro akwentu no mu nema ewom de odekọ enema anama also wutum de also wohwo na akwa ho ankwa nkọkyereo ene ya meka se ye bia pono ade ato ho se ne wupa futum ana se wupa akwankyere otupenim dem ade fa wakwantu ho ana se ene upese ye reserve hotel ma ana se ye pe ticket ho ensensem ye du ho ensem na ye de emma schedules no ye pese upese ye kyereo se ene de hin na ekro na ho nsensem kra etesen de hin na be ko direct de hin na ebekọ ye be transit ne nkro ne ba de ekofa hin na wakosi hin nyina no ye be ma ho akwankyere na ya ma ho animdiem de de ewom ene se ne ye de ba ko bia ba beka on de de papa ne nyina ne se ne wa ye hye nyina wie utu kwan akasika odi betwa ticket no otwa emma ayese hwenu hwen no wa twa emma brawati ya dwono ho ye no betena se ye betwa ticket na ma na ya ye hye na wodi so pepepepe obekoba na de ho no wodi so na umpe wedi na ape hwe Kessben travel and tour echiri kwan our first floor as the house Kumasi and after one was 0209 434999 0209 434999 yenin komo
Saranso na Kessben University College so free osuani bia we senior high school open university papa abekro na we abodin krata obenya no betimi apa adwuma ma wo a eno na Kessben University College we aka se ene okosuapon mu na won posuapon a Ghana Tertiary Education Commission GTEC amomo accreditation because school na wie ba certificate no ye bibia enye ye na Kessben University College omo accreditation the certificate no all degrees are awarded if KNUSC and EBA course be no ye Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting, Marketing, Human Resource Management, Banking and Finance, BSc Information and Communication Technology, BSc Computer Science Entrepreneurship, BA Media and Communication Studies, BSc Midwifery and Nursing, Logistics, Procurement, Supply Chain Management, BA Politics International course no doso the OPB abenyaye. Entry requirement over then qualification there will be a SS also was 6 credit passes. 3 core subjects no English, Maths and Science. Omo friend EMS. No elective subjects me nsaka home. We aggregate no it is several 36. Grades from A up to D. When you fear do num a mature student, abai mara kire say obi onya fear do num na onko school kura da no o experience to be university MAye ti onso bra. Na wenya form no bi ato e wo multi credit savings salon krabata bi o Ghana ba bia afi Kessben University College City Campus odum ebe Asida House ye na di nhwe ni mu afi wo ba Kessben Media Asida House odum ha bi wo ha wo ko Kessben Media enkran Kwame Nkrumah Circle Kessben Twin Towers abrosen mu a was bi ho o main campus no e wo Contrast Lake Road ene wo mon kasa wo 0501 637383 0501 637383 afi 0264 170475 so Edesi Mama here will take and GR for say already fair implementation of 1 cedi per liter not to 16 that is 1 week and on the atoso inti enya memune nti asa utu dabone sheda Bible so nwie omu utu dabone sheda asi we na say we fasting so na de mamfanye kira we da ye
obeyo
what do you have to say?
Well, my main say Wofa, I think say said ye esha se yedi kan e kan ye say ebia consultations ahodo ye wasn't ka ekumu and sana omo de abano. That one was not done.
Now the speed with it at the end of the call parliament.
I say omo ambushika for.
Ya antikra before the day no. What you have in your marking? Or see no pano na mama I can say something is coming. I don't know. You know something is me.
Pie neda ho. As omo ambushika.
Na anajuna by 12 o'clock ya pass him na baby. I was saying in politics, no, I didn't want to kind of say what is. But when the your imagine say, yeah, they corner, we have the numbers. The rural parliament in
yes, you may have the numbers. Yes, you may have the numbers. But remember that the bigger number is with Ghanaians. Number na dia so pa no e wo Ghana for. Until whatever it is, no, I think that this time, whatever step they took, to me, they didn't do well. Or man try. Can they only GP out you for engage? When a friend saying, more left fueli, more engage. Money the ordinary Ghanaian cry engage. Try to convince them. We jaw. Na ya tiasem. Yenim se problem edaho. Energy sector no. There's a debt ewo honoma. I'll say Reniako. Magana for enhunu the reality on the ground. And kwaye abujina podia na obehunehuna yano. But let Ghanaians know that this is the situation we are facing. A that situation. And they say, and I'm more a person to me. Mofuma Gemra, Ebi Adam Yunumian Motimi as our consultation. Now for a bar, a month for unresisted. But say, I say, what would you manakausim? And that's what Wakoya dear manakausim. Why the rush? Because you need to say about the other rush here. T and A, so much reason. Then they almost trust no more say, well, almost chia no more implement here. I don't know whether say amendments or whatever it is. Whatever it is on my penny sign at the end of the week. Among Tracy, Nafi, almost a bit media faswa, a bebwa Ghana for a harrium. Back to the new patriotic party. Kennedy a compreko a Japan. In fact, Nenkanyebi needs to be, and I say only needs to be ripped in line. They say when the
DNP.
That is the question. Why the D party anymore?
Party chairman.
Party chairman.
17.
So what are they doing? Say enom de bekoswa. Edia in adwasa former vanyen. Oman kaso aba bonten be kan nema a good party nenimufi. And I say a good party nenimufi. So what are they doing to Kennedy or any preko Japan or compreko Japan? Yes, party are called friends saying okun edinchu. But what I know is say you don't lay the blame fully at the footsteps and at the doorsteps of one particular party. Ojan samna ekopie mu mampoa. Wofa kwanka kranka ye. Say a name wokwa to the stand say a name kase obi edi party nim ahwere vote be 2 million ti. Say nipa krono yemfa ne nkodi ekon anim biwa. They should come again. Womontena se no monya analysis of what actually happened. So my ti dia wo eye krata ni mu apie no e no mo hwe no mo implement dan say e bia open political party ti obasua ade ni nyina ade akogu nipa ba ko say wono no odi anim na party for anase MP for ma obi a second chance when nipa kora akodi nkunim e no me ba ha no ma no pe ka say enye no kore say oka numbers a ene nipa e vote to Ghana is about 33 and friends saying about 18 million me bo afa be 18 million and a twaba. Kanina omampeni ni okudubu ahenu mukoto amo friends omampeni kufo dada omampeni dada kufo ene mbo ahenu mukoto no na nipa dodo sa na twaba. Tuka se nei MPP lose about 2 million because nipa krono every ha na so say ya. It's neither here and there. Monchen in percentage wise omampeni dada nya say 39% me boa kufo. The first time now coin 39%.
We are cross 40 cra.
We are 41%.
41.7.
Into your kakra and Quebec say. So that one, that assertion is debunked. Secondly, a man for any adrenaline said the MPP for trim said ye ma sebio will be a onya kenny any party anymore. A biana can no. Say a nay, Mosha said the abanto, Moakra Mosha said the koye. Na mo kasa de e basa na the division eba party nim. We look at a person who is competent enough to lead the party. No ababa di Ghana ni magana nyina edi pim anase edi ye. Enye papa we ya na mo ka no honsam se waba ma sebiom eye the me fan saying the vice presidential rule e wo Ghana wetimi define. So what happened? And then because I be a no contest and as no contest, men say na men say nyina, and it is rather making him unpopular in your trances. So I think that those who are in the camp of Kennedy Akomprekwe Japan, one more and kasa. Ubaba can the Uber to as a name be a flag bearer at the New Patriotic Party. This is what I can do to help the party. Don't run somebody down. Na emma o empejao. Na mom do say what you can do. Na people enyina so na omonto aba emma. Now obana ka se Ghana for HSE Kenya Japan and a boa. Dear Ben we no mo ye ya. Ogina so a emma ne kasa. So I think say ehono those in authority our party no mo hwe na omontoto is better they solve the internal wranglings na ekoso no ya emma the opposition no and as emma opponent no the ammunitions to fight them no than say on better ho no magya masane ma we nyina akoso na kirei so obi ko yusu etiam na so mo ba ebewini ana so mo de ba etiam no mo de aba adidi aba na o mo fa so bo no enkwankoko bia say obi wo ho na woka na etimi calling to order na yeyi a when Kennedy Japan also speaks and it goes against the health, the health of the party, they should call him also to order. No monche and yes sir, one of the sir, bia, no better opposition check. They need to fight this thing. No monche man now sana, or my better to near my own ma, or my abba to meaning some more ready. No my babonting with amendments of the whatever it is. No, they should look at this area very well. Amo solve and some of the amendments of their constitution. No matter no me implement it. Whatever we are also more at the ebamuno or the abem. A whole of issues about your train and my honor abansana. Yebeka honsama yaka over.
Right, but I say, Kamala Sudan kwa and kill the watching in Kano his take on GRA and I say I buy 1 cedi per liter a toner or day by say no. I bet you just say I buy the cost system that's a week today. And I'm best started the implementation as well as NPP Amanyukuno, the Ecoso Ewo Party no more. Send America can say event be by especially ye na open political position. Now one Kobia Masa Zimbisi ho and will be ena 88 a home N7 no. We're gonna hear more. On say Ken second pay we this everything's MP social media so some amount for ka well ye hwe kwa mo fa so a omesiesie omofisem na omo aba ma ye kwa mo no so na ebre kakra aka no mema etiefo so emrem na minti omo so adwenhwe kakra 0501599933 0554449330 0551449333 give us a call and let your voice be heard. Asani Asoso. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ofa.
But your first worker is free.
Ofa, show you when you.
Show me too.
Ofa, open this.
I'm here to me here.
I am coupon shroud when you can say, Chamodino Kofi Appiah. God is more than majority. Chairman Papa, the incoming Assembly General Chairman. A member to life. Ofa. Marka Sabitri, your Krumha, so go straight committee report, micro report. Do you wanna you lose? Do you wanna the cocaine and one put TI, including the candidate upon Echo. So it's about one answer or MPP Mwana. I will say, can you channel? I know one answer or MPP Mwana Becca about the ATA. Just go to about Mao. Who said who could and my data could be go, but you got for the Obama. No, be on vice president. No, we are simply so, no, we damage control. No, yet we would and then one do see I assume see. Brow upon what even go pizza. Mammy can't kill no cheer, NPP and no one quantity. Don't see it, then can create and enough is enough. Who bet me compare? Like how much now? I'm an MPP. I lose seat over 20-something years. No, only secret will be. Then who say you tell me cancer? Who know Ghana for power? You don't want to be so. When you mean to
me so me da se pa se also afraid na de adwen hwere so about dwede so ene anope also betimi afraid ya tonka. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
The first talk is free.
The first sort me ka free kwadas.
But I'm you.
Yes, no. Oh, yes, no, man. MPP no duty no. MPP for no Kennedy. Ene me bawo mi ano. Omo ma ya so woni. Na akwana sam na waka wo say Kennedy nko na nim nyansa. Na bawo mi ono gwa so na ye candidate ono so ya be ne ba am. Masa yenya nobna odi president yentimi repeat nobna bi ema no media to any bi because obi ani kulom tokwa the whole nyina tokwa wa obonto abama no ada na aka se san koto abama no. We are supporting Canada Japan. So ono ne de neighbor ukro ono ane de neighbor e da match.
Me so me da se so afraid na also wacha wadwen ene anope. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
But your friends work as free.
Hello.
Good morning, your friends work as free. Okay, also with me afraid na oba abaje Edward Shraba. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Wofa.
But your friends work as free.
Me de boa chance am kasa free Kenya asesa man.
Watch it you.
Me pa cha Wofa me das. De di ka no metiamo. Kennedy wanya careful. Sana last obi di ba umiatam na o ma msika yise no ma msika yise ni adu. Ana opposition ne bi advantage. Adi yes obvious. Ene wasa so se bi. Eh abranya kwadi no tem no. Na no na ham. Muso start di obi atam. Adia ka the umiaye digitalization ya wo ye ma nyema ko smooth no Kennedy waye. Enye sika o na mo ya adu na di bu man. Also the odi profatem sa no. Into office a woman will be not a my marketing kitting or not to two one. The mom the deed in a term. Who be president? I don't see some of Bishop can say, young fan of Mamsama, you're wrong. Not now, was a Ghanaian. It did not like a Ghanaian, no, I'll do a bit near Buomana, other than say to me. I don't know, you won't get any nano. Sabaumia, fine, you can do young fine, a man in the better. I don't know when else I want to come in Nasi. Who could not be a campaign a that was said. Dear no better than be a Belnapa Obeja or the Amania of the Ghana. I don't want to was your offer.
Me da say so afraid na what they were interest so about the son of pay. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Kofi.
Honorable Yarini.
Hey, Kofi, we need you.
Akra na ho ye de.
Ma feel papa. Yay, we move for Bago Pay.
But na ho ye de.
Yes, you are dumb.
Yo. Honorable with you.
Papa. Kofi are no pay de. Ma can sembe bre mo ya de. Na me de baby be gina pa excavators no. Se aban aye ndisi aban a yenu abema Dramani edi animo no. So betuma ko galamsi na ka samra odi aban manije ho pa. So ma excavator bi ma na even the wo ogorbod ai habo no o makwan emanimpi. Na bi ejeje forest no. Esaya hefo na ye. Gobi.
Omo ni pa omo kokoye no ho.
Gobi oh. Na se mi ko ma so. Omo timi nko. Shese ye kasa police fo na soja fo kura nkwa. Ye yizu helicopter. Ekwan ni kura di ko right no. Ekwan ni nye. Ekibetimi akogala msama excavators na ewo ho no. Obefe ni pefri mazi no makọ repair no gusu ye adwuma. Enti state of emergency ni de. Kaye nua ba ma ebetimi aboa ya. Ka ba boa ya papa. Botimi di state of emergency a ye wie. En excavators na waboko na ha no. Emma dia ye wo bush ni nso. Ni nyina obi anyimpie.
Okay.
Edi ko binya menka ho.
Onka oso ho.
Oni ko odi ye no nyame hya papa.
O sha so na we say that say the bia so nya bre na wotie de wadwenhwere enso boa twemedie. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ofa.
But your friends work as free.
Your friend okay me kasa free send west. Na mo de Ofa e bo woni KOD ba so nya adwuma pa mo.
That's it.
na yetie wo online na ye TV radio na the make fa honorable Kennedy no say the best no no because foreign patient executive no people na ajan because na kasa no ya say na yi eni nti omo na afa no boa no no so say na adwuma ye best no onto no bo na de omo aka no mpa na asem na one city ne de ye kai na omo say na ye de ni hweka ye da jo mama se eni na bamu bone a o de maye na cement na ewo buku mu say 85 cities no wo ba kwa me dan so a ye pebi ase ye nso yenya uko we platform so 85 cities but uko depo no so a 135 no 140 and the best radio.
Okay. Yes, yeah, that's a pass on so free. Now watch the watching you there so and I don't pay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Wofa Kofi.
Bacho Frost. Go good yani.
Yeah.
Go good na ho ye there.
Boko over.
Great. Ya bia dom.
Yeah, then Yamias. Obojuma, ni ke odi.
Yeah, that's it.
Obojuma pa, na mislam.
Sure.
Dear, honorable Japon, yesterday pa. Yeah, kosi. Embassy ye be do was anti ye can say Dr. Ya was said to you not Bomia any king you know me na Dr. Ya was said to one as say no upon no one ya person de neba nti da Dr. Ya was said to you be am and me Francis also a child and back up
okay so me da sepa kwaku so afraid na me atonka ene anope. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Bacho Francis can say free.
I'm a patch friend me Jordan, because say free man pointing.
Bacho yetio.
Braku fi me da sepa nyamishra. Me pacho ayi Ewura Kennedy. Yes, sir. Party ni wo opposition. Na ni okekeka no emwa party no. So, ye nu nyina ye wo ba bi e wo. Nti wo kasa, de mo a wo kasa no. Na te se o say amanfo so abi. Nti ye besre no say o ma na nonto. Na efa eye D levy as ho anwan no e ka kire Ghana for Wofa Kofi say President Mahama ma ensan mabio onsan me pamoche so obeplay nti ototo papa so a okọ bi no asati a wo ye no nti mbetim piga Wofa Kofi me da say
ira CP so afraid and anope. Hello, good morning. Hello. So, John Red, remind me why. Na my feedback or ha.
Hello.
Ha, Miss Obey radio. Radio no ye did watch.
Na do no.
Ha, kasa yetio.
Monsieur na your mama. Wa sisi a year excavator. O sisi a chanfan.
Okay.
Chanfan na eba no. Wa sisi chanfan no. Omo kosa ya adwuma.
Okay.
Yo,
yes, yeah, that's it. So afraid. Now they were drinking. So about the boy with the anope. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
But your first worker, free.
A friend of Bomi Casafe Accra.
That's a main tunka.
Often near Cosi or MPP. Ewo Bomi. And yet, Kitty did that. Because Bomi, ya catcher did I say, yam petany. Na yam petany, Bomi, and
Dabby, Sakasaway. In Kano radio, so it's very bad. Hello, good morning.
Ava.
The first I say free.
Madam Sepa, Unia Bema Bakope, Opiska Bide, do it to Mokodaso. Of a wire there, and a pile member of Baso. Asama, Minia, the kind of 100 and 109. The one is it on Petenio. Of us, so no kind of
men can be crying. I don't even want to.
And Yama Wayne, any animal. What do you want to say? Of a no Pisca with a Minocasa, it's a cratchet, and I'm free. It's a cratchet, and a part of water region, and then another Danko for the Roma. no Oti region. Ye ben north Kitikrati, ye ben northern part of Ghana, plenty of Kitikrati Konofa. Just few minutes be now they do. But everything I'm supporting. If you want the one people more to one to of our money so on some kikano. Yenye over na mediasi ono ye. Me anyam mama. And then Yanum for by a kufa the second go when you know what the and over here is where the G-Levy bar and the emergency certificate of emergency. And I did 2 a.m. and I'm copy of parliament. Offer a catch romo. I said, I'm a mono, who opposition and your casa call, and I didn't know. From Naminta Kando, health minister, a opposition of some who didn't know you, Kuma. And then, what in necessary for client traffic and Giorgio, 9 year more penal of a moment, also went to me. And the next is for you, I say, Omodio can't go for more Monko Jumabim. And almost say essential services simple. Here, emergency cases for a monk handle, a Juma for Monko. Offer, then before you catch the Ghana for. I said, and yet the Papa Biana Joma Mania DC, you, and then you offer a better in the Japan. We are like in the Japan or the opposition. Said the deal say you are not Cassia, and like in the Japan. But say, every opposition winning 99% African in the Japan. Me as a position so say the papa is one from my Yasumon, a better party in 24. Can Japan was one say MPP party no. Come na Japan, any afoko, or more normal party chairman, secretary, yet me Giomodi. Atani Papa, can Japan was one saying a focus come na Japan. Yenadi, with the bigger effect now for Yafa, yet me map power 2020. All right, now I'm a more phone for 4 billion of a Delma, Ghana Union.
Right, but I say, I was for you to me for call be okay.
Happy birthday. We say, can you please wish my spiritual father a happy birthday on your program? So I'm doing that. We are a software Samuel entry or a software Gem Chapel.
Okay.
And or the way about say Reverend Ebenezer Osu and Son, Greater Accra Regional Overseer of Gem Chapel from me. Say happy birthday to you, Papa. May God bless you and keep you. May the Lord elevate you and guide you. May the best of heaven be your portion always. Keep on shining for Jesus. We love you. Gem Chapel loves you, but Jesus loves you more. T eno eho ensem eno to eno eye papa no ediem ya ede abreng ene anopei mesramo enye picture nam de to so no mesramo ni di kwa so mesramo onhwe nsem emmayem. I say glorious birthday to you, Rahel and Kiwa Mensa. Aha, we have Papa Nedian. Pachomo san fanto so mam why? Men san fanto so mam ha. Okay. Papa Nedian ni Gem Chapel Papa Nedian ni. See, glorious birthday Enko Emma Rahel and Kiwa Mensa. Teaching assistant at KNUST. May God fulfill everything you desire and grant you all success. Wishing you abundance of blessings and good health and favor. Live a beautiful and long life. Enjoy your special day to the fullest. Your pages say yen kanchre a year away. Say happy birthday and so enko enfa emano. Sanso ena mamen wishi happy birthday to Madam Abena Frimpoma, aka Sister Charity. We hairdresser ewo atwoma ekropon we free o customers nyina any great kosa workers. I say may God richly bless you.
Right.
And no sana fe. Happy birthday and Mr. George Bonsu. Yetafro nanaya o asafo BH 120 on the modebeto so kaneno. I say from your son Nana Kwejo Bonsu, Papa Sagra of Ohio, USA, and your wife Auntie Mabel. Papa. Right. Over.
Right. Na me nchia sonko na menua Kwejo Sapon. Honorable Kwejo Sapon. Oye NPP constituency organizer ewa Asante Dwabeng. Na no memenda ne rokosie na ne papa pani Kwame Ata.